Good late Tuesday morning, everyone. The VELCO Weather Hazards Outlook. No data coming in from Canada, at least in the near term here. We're looking at some data sets, but a lot of it is missing. As you look down further off to the south, we have data from Mexico. So some kind of an issue here with Canadian data not reaching, but it's not everywhere. Now, across the country, what we're looking at here is a nice ridge of higher pressure up and down the eastern seaboard, affording a beautiful day today. We have some high clouds that will be pushing in. These are basically the tops of some pretty severe thunderstorm activity that was across parts of Michigan, the lower Great Lakes. Some of that high cloudiness will work in later this afternoon, but it affords a beautiful day controlled by this ridge of higher pressure, and a day that's going to feel very summer-like and relatively low to moderate humidity levels overall. Now, in terms of dew point temperatures, you can see we're basically in the 50s, just getting into the low 60s. But this is some very fine weather right now, some of the best summer weather east of the Mississippi for sure. Of course, we have a lot warmer conditions working up with these dew point temperatures, and wind flows are basically around this area of higher pressure. This is our main weather system here, the one that's in the lower Great Lakes. We're going to see the arrival of this tonight, and it's going to be mostly after midnight. It could produce a few isolated thunderstorms, but we're not looking at anything major. Some showers roll on through, and then they kind of exit out of the region during the day tomorrow. But there could be a couple that may linger just a bit. Now, the best project weather days are again going to be today with this ridge of higher pressure, and then we have some very fast-moving weather systems, a pretty active jet stream energy flow across Canada and nearing the U.S.-Canadian border. So a lot of our weather will be coming at us from the west-northwest and bringing bouts of showers and occasionally some thunderstorms in the mix. The best days coming are Tuesday today again and Friday to end the work week. We'll have colder weather, and that's going to be behind this weather system up here in Canada. But we'll see a ridge of higher pressure build in, and eventually that'll be over us with a building area of higher pressure over the Great Lakes and then pushing east by the time we get into Friday. Fairly active weather again over the weekend as we look at the weekend, with a little bit of a warm-up on Sunday, and that could come with some thunderstorm activity, but that's a long ways out at this point in time. The models have been changing their timing and their nuances almost daily, so nothing's really locking in very well, so lowered confidence as we go out in time. For this afternoon on Tuesday, this is valid about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and you can see the ridge of higher pressure and control. Precipitation is going to start to work its way. This is the European model. This is the GFS ensemble, and we'll watch that as the models progress here. So the arrival time is going to be basically after 2 o'clock. GFS ensemble starting to show that. Also much lower resolution. So looking at the European, that gets in here, and then it pushes on out in the morning, and we start to see better conditions. There might be a couple residual showers kind of lingering in the morning up near the Canadian border. That pushes on out, and then the next system comes in on Wednesday night. So it's a lot of nighttime shower and thunderstorm activity. This is one of the more beefier systems, a little bit more robust as it works through on Wednesday night into Thursday morning. Then it may linger just a bit with a little bit of widely scattered shower, maybe an isolated thunderstorm during the afternoon hours, and then that rolls on out eventually, and we start to clear skies with this area of higher pressure pushing in. That'll set the stage for what will be, again, a very beautiful Friday with this area of higher pressure and control, keeping these weather systems at bay. But the dam will burst, and eventually we will get some shower and thunderstorm activity working in later in the day on Saturday. It's mostly tuned toward Saturday night and into a portion of Sunday morning. And you can see we're now 2 o'clock in the afternoon, so this goes out back about 6 hours, and we're still kind of seeing some lingering business on Sunday. So the two best project weather days with decent amounts of sunshine for solar will be again today and along about Friday. Beyond the period, that area of higher pressure here is fairly robust, and it's a cooler area of higher pressure. It's going to build in so that beyond the weekend, early next week into the middle part of next week, we're looking at a nice, maybe possibly 2 days, 3 days out of this potentially before more precipitation works in. And this is, again, is Wednesday, and then Wednesday, the 3rd of July, we're looking at a little bit of shower and thunderstorm activity just zipping across northern areas. Long ways out. Looking at the 3-hourly QPF on the GFS ensemble, we can compare notes here. We can see that this is the little business that's taking place at night. It's darker time here. This is sunrise, and then during the day tomorrow, Wednesday, we see this nighttime thunderstorm activity or showers and some embedded thunderstorms rolling on through. It's a little beefier. Then we dry things out a little bit, and you can see basically Saturday night, Sunday morning, this kind of business that'll roll through. This is beyond the outlook period. That's that next big area of higher pressure. That's the way things are shaping up. What about the total amounts of precipitation? So that looks like this. We have this one real jump here, and then we level things off, and another jump, and we're looking at somewhere around 1.5 inches beyond the period here. So we're looking at dew point temperatures up here now, and you can see that the temperatures dry out considerably and then come back. That's going to look very, very similar to precipitable water. So the PWATs look like this, kind of copying what we're seeing in terms of dew point temperatures. And looking at mixed layered CAPE, which you can see here is a little bit of an uptick, but this is because it's at night. If this were during the day, you'd see much more robust CAPEs. Again, at night, and then basically you're looking at another time around this coming weekend, some more CAPEs that will become a little bit stronger here. But because they're coming through at night, it's keeping us at a lot of the heavier, severe stuff at bay. Okay, looking at the Weather Prediction Center total QPF for the next 7 days, they're looking at about 1 inch. This is less than 1 inch, so a little bit of a storm track that moves through here. Nothing much to see. A lot of it is east of the drier areas, of course, of the desert west. Climate Reanalyzer this morning shows our slightly above normal temperatures indicated for today. Today it brings it about neutral. We have a little cooler weather up to the north with those frontal boundaries, and warmer to the south and west. About 3 days later, it looks like this. A little cooler air is going to try to infiltrate with the neutral zone, shifting a little bit further to the south as the weather gets a little bit more active. This is 3 to 7 days from the Weather Prediction Center. Tropics remain pretty much inactive overall. A lot of promises, but they're not showing up that much right now. About a 20% chance of cyclone formation. This will be coming off of South America. Very low latitude, I might say. So this is the system that's coming in off of Colombia, just north of there, and Aruba, and then taking a track that'll take it across the Yucatan Peninsula, dumps out in the southern Gulf of Mexico, Bay of Campeche, and then works in basically into the Texas coast, much like the last one. This is a little bit more interesting, however. This is the main development region for hurricanes. The easterlies blowing across the region from east to west, and this particular tropical cyclone development indicated by the European ensemble, and it takes it into an area that will then try to curve it. So let's watch that again. This is going to be after the outlook period, so we're talking next weekend or beyond. Looks like it could be a customer for something that will be more important for tropical cyclones. Again, North America spared. And we have a beautiful day in progress. Get out there and enjoy it if you have the opportunity. Roger Hill, Weathering Heights. Thanks for watching.